Is this the biggest songwriting theft of all time? This is Bittersweet Symphony by the Verve, one of the greatest songs of the 90s, written by Richard Ashcroft, lead singer of the Verve. This was released in the summer of 1997, I remember it well, I loved the album, and it is a song that really does stand the test of time. 'Cause it's a bittersweet symphony that's live. Richard Ashcroft and the Verve developed the song from a sample of a 1965 orchestration of The Last Time by the Rolling Stones, and this orchestral cover was by the Andrew Oldham Orchestra. The Verve sampled 4 bars from the orchestral version, and then they added their own layers of guitars, vocals, and all kinds of beautiful sounds in the studio to layer up this wall of sound. Richard Ashcroft said he imagined it opened up like a prairie music kind of sound, like one of Ennio Morricone's songs. The Verve's record label, Virgin Records, obtained permission from Decca to use the 4 bars which they wanted to use. However, they didn't seek permission from the person who owned the composition rights, and that was the former manager of the Rolling Stones, Alan Klein. This guy is known as one of the most notorious managers in the music industry, a guy who has done a lot of good for his artists but also seems to have ripped them all off as well, so a lot of stories around Alan Klein. When the single was about to be released, Alan Klein popped up and refused permission for the release, saying that the sample was longer than was originally agreed. The Verve proceeded anyway with the release, and as a result of legal action, they were forced to relinquish all their royalties to the song to Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, who were the songwriters of The Last Time. Ashcroft sarcastically quipped that the song Bittersweet Symphony was the best song that Jagger and Richards had released for 20 years. And in 2019, after a lot of water under the bridge and a lot of money, Jagger and Richards agreed to give the songwriting credits back to Richard Ashcroft so that he would be the sole songwriter again of the song, and he would get all the royalties from 2019 onwards. So he wouldn't get any back royalties, just 2019 onwards. So all the way up to 2019, all that money was going to Jagger and Richards. Richard Ashcroft acknowledged that this was really down to Alan Klein rather than Jagger and Richards, because he was the one that pursued it and he's the one that took the action. Ashcroft said, "I never had a personal beef with the Stones, this one was on Alan Klein." And finally, Richard Ashcroft went on to thank Jagger and Richards for acknowledging that he was the sole creator of this fucking masterpiece. No change, I can change, I can change, I can change, but I'm here in my mold. I am here in my mold, and I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mold, no, 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 no. Well, I never prayed, but tonight I'm on my knees, yeah. I need to hear some sounds that recognize the pain in me now. I let the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind. I feel free now. But